Hey, everybody. Hello, everybody. Happy Wednesday. I'm getting a little cut off on the frame. Can I adjust my seat? And then not my camera? Yeah, that's good enough. You don't need to see the top of my head anyway. Oh, Lord, thank you, Lord Morgatron. Oh, watching Halloween Town. Great choice. And thank you. Yes, if you're not familiar with Unreal Estate, it's going live. I posted the next part today on Twitter. If you go !story, you can see it. Oh, did I? Oh, you can't see that because I covered it. There we go. What if I do? Anyway, it's there if you want to read it. It's available for purchase on Gumroad, or you can just enjoy it as it's happening live on Twitter. Is that going to work? Neither of those really work. Anyway, today, hello. I'm all over the place. Today, hello. We're making SCPs today. If you don't know what an SCP is, I added another chat option for that. There's just not a lot of room. There's just not a lot of room today on the screen for all the things that I've added. But I picked down, hi, thank you for your subscription, Eldritch Raccoon. Good username. So we're doing SCPs. If you don't know what SCPs are, I highly recommend them. It's good October spooky time reading. SCP stands for, I can never remember, stands for Secure, Contain, Protect. And it's this giant, massive fictional series of like stories and like fake sort of scientific reports and artwork, and it's this whole massive community, and they do like spooky kind of cryptidy weird artifact stuff. If you haven't read them, I highly recommend it. If you just hop in on like the top rated pages and dig into it, they're all incredible. It's just people on the internet write these amazing stories, and they're so good, and they're so weird. Sorry, Nicholas, I only added 2 Nightbot commands for specific SCPs. I requested on Twitter, people hit me up with their best SCPs that would be fun to blend up. And I picked 2, one scary and one cute, because I thought that would be a good combo. I'm sorry, let me read your comment, Annoyed Cartoonist. Yes, I'm feeling cards on the table. I'm a little depressed right now, which is why I'm talking so gently and quietly. This is as much energy as I can commit to speaking. The other day I read an article about a house with a hidden basement, sealed and not on the blueprint, popped up on your feed. That's cool. That sounds amazing. I love reading all of the weird Zillow stuff and all the weird people finding second apartments behind their mirrors and shit like that. I'm super into that. Yeah, I don't know who the author on these specific SCPs are. There's so many authors, and I don't think it actually says. It might say in the edit tools, but they're Creative Commons open. And if these are cool enough, maybe I'll post them on the SCP, and then they can get into it. I'm drinking. I don't actually know how to say it. If anybody knows how to say this in the chat, let me know. But Tepache? Tepaki? It's probably Tepache. Anyway, I was like, if I'm depressed, I shouldn't be drinking alcohol. So I got a good tamarind citrus drink. It's good. It's tangy. Yeah, the can's cute. It almost tastes cinnamony, which is odd, but it's very delicious. Anyway, let's make some monsters. So I figured we'd start with the SCP-4715. This is an object task Keter, which is like the SCP designation for very, very dangerous. But I thought I had an interesting description that we could really get into. So let me read it out. SCP-4715 is a large hexapodal, which I looked up and it means 6-legged, mammalian carnivore with chimeric morphology, standing at a minimum height of 5.2 meters and weighing around 2,300 kilograms. Genetic analysis has been inconsistent, showing traces of modern wildlife, as well as Miocene and Pleistocene era, and anonymous anomalous animals such as SCP, and then it's blacked out, which is a common thing in SCP stuff. Further, data redacted. It has a robust frame and a vaguely feline skull with a carnivorous dental structure, forward-facing eyes, and a snoot muzzle. 9Jack9, thank you for re-upping your subscription. And thank you for saying you love my stream. I really appreciate that. Of note are a pair of large, backward swept horns, which are not present in any member of Carnivora. Its primary forelimbs are long and in proportionately large hands with 7 digits. My guess is these are going to end up being human hands. Each with a large, semi-retractable claw. Yeah. Its secondary forearms are multi-jointed and significantly longer, terminating in 3 heavily clawed digits. Its hind legs appear ursine, which means bear-like, and its tail is long and muscular, acting like a tripod for balance when standing on its hind legs. So I felt that's the description in it that this SCP gave. That feels like something that we would make on this show, right? The vibe, when I was reading this, I was like, okay, that feels familiar. That seems very doable. And the other one I picked out, SCP-1926. Yes, I made a thing for that. Let me see. The instance's legs appear to be made from children-sized black and white striped leggings. Instances have large brown eyes and ears similar to those of rabbits, but lack mouths and noses. As of this writing, there are 43 adult instances, 21 juvenile instances. Juvenile instances are half the size of and do not mature into adult instances. The clothing of SCP-19261 consists of a black sweater with a single white button sewn onto the front. This one has a picture, so it feels almost like cheating. But it's got some... It sounds cute, and I thought it would be cute. We could make a cute thing and a scary thing. That's my vibe. Where can I keep this information so that I can actually see it easily? Well, I'll just refer back to it. Yeah, this'll go fine. Maybe. Okay. Can I still see it from here? Yes. So it's got 6 legs. That feels like the right place to start. It's got 6 legs, and it's mammalian, and it sounds like it's kind of cat-like. Kind of cat-like. We haven't done a lot of monstrous cats, just cute cats on this show, so this will be a fun departure. Would just be a flapper. A flapper with bunny ears and no face. I mean, that we could do that. There's nothing that would stop us from doing that. As always on this show, we can give in to our greatest whims. It doesn't really describe the torso of this thing. So maybe I'll do just that the head is like feline. And that it's got it describes the face a lot, but not the bod. So we're gonna have to deal with the bod when we get there. It's got 6 legs. I guess it says it has a robust frame, but robust isn't a shape. So if you guys have thoughts about what the frame should look like, carnivorous dental structure, forward set eyes, snoot muzzle, flapper with bunny ears and no face is the vibe I want to extrude. I just picked up from the internet a book of Flapper Franny cartoons. Flapper Franny was like a Flapper era cartoon written and drawn by a woman. Let me just grab it. Hold on. Is this. It's just a big ol' book of the different cartoons that they have preserved. I'm really excited to dig into this. I was looking at some of them online, and what I really like is the fashion. It's kind of got like a Dumb Dora energy. The wise fool. That's who Flapper Fanny is. I'm really excited to dig into that. I think it's going to be really good. Barrel chested? We could do a barrel chested. I guess here's a question. Does this thing have like a neck? Do we think this thing has a neck? Oh, when you hear robust? No, I can see that. American football players. I mean, this is going to end up maybe looking like it has a rack. But let's cross that bridge when we get to it. It also doesn't say necessarily where the legs and arms are at. It just that it has 6 of it. Or the hind legs. Okay, so I guess it's not upright. In my mind, I was thinking it was upright. But it does stand on its hind legs. Its hind legs appear ursine, and its tail is long and muscular, acting like a tripod for balance when standing on its hind legs. So we'll have it be upright. Putting the bust in robust. Yeah. Robust allows us to leave the neck as optional. I like that. All right. Right now, it kind of has the shape of a Copic jar. Is that what they're called? Where you put your organs? Where you specifically put your organs? It's definitely going to have... The tail's definitely going to be kangarooian. But ursine legs. Let me look at a bare leg. Bare back legs. Canopic. That's it. Thank you. Hi cassette taps. This is a 3D software called Blender. I'm making art based on a description of an SCP, which if you hit exclamation, well, somebody just did. Nice Nail just hit that. Right now I'm looking up what bare legs look like. Good news, they're cute. Bare legs are cute. Not that we're surprised, but bare legs are cute. And also really shaggy. I don't know if I'm going to be able to capture the problem with bare legs is that the shagginess kind of shields us from the shape of the legs. So that does make it harder. I'm just going to assume they're very thick and powerful. But wouldn't it be funny if bears were like cats, like really furry cats, and then when you wetted them down, they just got really, really super skinny and frail looking? That would be pretty good, actually. Is there an encyclopedia for all the Steam friends you've made? I have not updated recently, which is bad on my part. But if you type !thing, you can check out the Thingiverse, which has all the files and everything of everything I've made. Again, it is not up to date right now. Google naked bears. I mean, I wouldn't hate what I saw, I'm sure, but maybe not during stream. 5 category of legs: shaggy, Velma, oh, cinnamon shakes. And it's a giant rat, but with cute little barriers. I'm going to click on that Thingiverse link and see how far behind I am. Okay, so the last thing I uploaded was 6 Weird Cats, which is in April. Ooh, okay, I really need to sit down. Someday soon when I'm not depressed anymore, I'll sit down and make sure everything's uploaded. I've actually had some people contacted me because they made the stuff. They made 3D. What am I supposed to be doing? Bare legs. That's right. They made some 3D printouts of some of the stuff I blended up on stream. It's very cool. That looks like bare legs, right? That's kind of bare legs. I guess this thing should have claws. So if they've got bear-like back legs, I feel like bears probably have pretty robust claws on their back legs. Little flat little feetsies. Oh, ceramic sculpted would be very cool. If you do that ever, please let me know, because that makes me feel good. Oh no, Millennial Falcon. Same hat. No, I know. I've been depressed for enough of my life to know that this is just a moment in time and that I'm depressed now, but I will not always be depressed. Someday I'll be a bear and then it won't matter. Mewtwo vibes. Yeah. Yeah, it does. It does have Mewtwo thigh vibes. That Mewtwo thigh gap. That everybody's going for. I go on TikTok and everybody's talking about the Mewtwo thigh gap, how that's the look. Do people actually still care about thigh gaps anymore? That was one of those so deeply inane, weird body control things. Mewtwo thigh gaps go on me for years. Penguin gone mad. It's unreasonable. All those photoshopped Pokemon bodies. Yeah, I also feel like I haven't legitimately heard about the thigh gap in a really long time. But I'm also like so checked out of beauty standards for like most communities, but especially straight communities. I feel like I'm very tapped into like the beauty standards of the queer community because those are the ones I guess I'm more invested in participating in. Hard to say. Yeah, exactly. No longer in circles where such things are mentioned. Like I can't imagine any friend of mine legitimately talking about thigh gap. Cause like what the fuck? I feel like these days it's all like no gap, but can you crush your watermelon with your thighs? that feels like a much more prevalent discourse in my communities. You know what? I didn't even think twice about whether or not this scary, spooky SCP would have toe beans. It just makes sense. Those will be secret. It'll be secret toe beans. We'll know about them, but nobody will see them. Punch frog. That's like the kind of advice I feel like I would see on like a daytime talk show, but in like the best way possible. Good sassy energy. Secret beans. Okay. All right. Let's dig back into this. I feel great about the bear legs. We're going to have to scoop out a tail some point. Okay. I've been blanket grimling all day. This is the spice. This is the aesthetic of which my is that perfect? Did I just nail that in one go? Saturn watches me, you should do it. It's a lot of fun. Blending's a lot of fun. I keep thinking about taking a ceramics class and making some fun little guys. So I follow a lot of ceramic artists on the internet and I see the cute little guys they make and I think I would like a cute little guy of my own that I could keep on my desk and be best friends. This is not I don't think this thing is going to end up being very spooky, but that's fine. I want to tip it a little bit so that we know it's really balancing. This creature is ready to go to a concert. They're ready to post up and just go about it. I love this thing. Okay. I really dunked up the head, but that happens sometimes. Make the cute, scary one cute and the cute one scary. That almost feels inevitable. I feel like I have such little control over my actual artistic ability. Like, my blending ability is coming a long way. But my actual artistic skills are such that I don't feel like I have good control over that. Okay, let me... robust frame, vaguely feline skull, carnivorous dental structure. Let's do arms next. Yeah. Yeah, so we got the hind legs done. A pair of... Oh, we'll deal with the horns later. Hold on. Its primary forelimbs are long and end in proportionately large hands with 7 digits, each with a large semi-retractable claw. Its secondary forelimbs are multi-jointed and significantly longer, terminating in 3 heavily clawed digits. Okay. Let's space these out. Redwall river otter vibes. Yeah. Yeah. Those river otters were always very thick, right? I don't have a 3D printer. I actually really, really wanted, before pandemic happened, before the pandemic, I attended a makerspace. And I always meant to go to their learn how to 3D print class and learn how to do that and then start doing that. And that didn't happen. And it hasn't super reopened yet, really, so I will definitely do that at some point. I love the idea of doing like limited edition runs of some of these creatures and selling them on the internet. I think that would be cool. Just getting this chest to be a little bit more barreling. Platypus energy. Yeah. I think that's going to be the case. I mean, here's the thing. Once we slap the face together, the feline face with the forward facing snoot, this thing's going to take on a much different quality. Oh, a dick buck statue. That's good. That's the sort of thing I would want to do with my 3D printing powers. Okay, so we need 4 more arms. I'm just rereading the description again. Forelimbs are long, and the secondary limbs are multi-jointed, significantly longer. Okay, so let's do let's do the first limbs. These ones have end and proportionately large hands. The phrase proportionately large is going to be something we'll just have to deal with, I guess, when we get there. This little dude looks cuddly. Actually pretty pleased to hear that. Let's see, I'm gonna pull this whole thing up a little. There we go. Dickbutt, a classic. Is made by the same person who made the This Is Fine dog that's on fire meme. Pretty certain. Casey Green. I've never been to Hack Manhattan. I hear very nice things. When I was looking at Makerspace, I think that one was actually closer to where I lived at the time. But I flipped a coin and went to one of the other ones because there's so many in New York. Do we want to... Okay. Trying to think about what the pose for this creature is going to be. I think top arms down, middle arms up. That's not right. Hold on. So these will be down. Praise the sun. Because it describes both set of arms as being long. How do I want to do this? Maybe the forelimbs are a little bit more forward. Do those look like... Hold on. Let me give this thing shoulders. Those were maybe... The arms, they weren't quite right. give this a little bit more definition. Yeah, it was weird titties is the problem. They weren't quite right. Thick booty, long snooty. Put that on my gravestone. No, I don't have a long enough snooty to justify that. I think front arms are gonna be. You're finally downloading Blender now. That rules. There's an FAQ in below the video for people who are just getting started. So I got a lot of the same questions, and they're good questions. So I thought I'd put that there as a resource. Blender's fun. That's what I'll say about it. I want to do this. Let's do this. Lancehart, congratulations. What a fun day for you to learn about dick butt. Dick butt's just a good, innocent friend. That's how I feel about dick butt. Yeah, 7's gonna be a challenge for me. It's gonna be difficult. Ooh, 2 pinkies. That's so classy. You could be twice as fancy with your tea. A trisected palm. That sounds cool. I like that. Okay. It said the front arms are long, so the front arms are going to be long. I don't know why I was so defensive about that just then. I felt like it needed to be. They're gonna be big. Okay. Woo, annoyed cartoonist. That's intense what you just described. That feels very top level shit. Can't wait to figure out what the phase is going to be on this thing. Okay. So are we thinking, we're thinking like kind of like, were you thinking about like, what are those things? I don't know what word I'm thinking of. Chameleon? Kind of like chameleon art hands? I think that's kind of what I'm vibing. Sloth hands also a good reference. Its primary limbs end in proportionately large hands with 7 digits. Okay, I'm thinking about, because the fact that it says proportionally large hands makes me feel like there's something that's not proportional about it. The hands are proportional, for sure. Some other part of this needs to be not proportional. And I can tell you already it's going to be the head. So just remember that when we get there. Remember that when we get there. The head's either going to be real big or real tiny. And I don't know which yet, which is exciting for me. Let's see. God, I'm just like thinking through our geometry here. let me crease that. Let me do that instead. Oh, maybe. Yeah, maybe because the arms are very long. The hands are proportional. But are they proportional to the limbs? I don't know. I just don't know. Okay. 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 7. Okay, so we're gonna split each of these into 2. Yeah. We're gonna split each of these into 2, and then we'll find a place to tuck a 7th digit. Vortigons! This does have big Vortigon energy. Man, you're taking me a trip back in time. Exactly, HTMLE. And who needs an Edward Scissorhand? You have an Edward Penis Hand. Apologies to anybody who had never heard of Edward Penis Hand and is just hearing about it now. From me on this fun little family-friendly stream. A sincerely terrible film? I feel like I would still like to watch it. I wonder if I can have my partner dig that up. Classic dick memes tonight. Yeah, we kind of are. That's beautiful. Welcome to our dick meme history corner. We talk about all the best dick memes. There's a lot of them. You know, it's a classic shape. Not the. Fortunately, our historical vulva memes is. It's just not. That corner is not as well built, unfortunately. These need to end in claws, if I remember correctly. Each with a large semi-retractable claw. Well, we'll get there when we get there. No rushing genius, or whatever this is. Vaporize, yes. Yes. Edward pulled my hands into as well. It's a shame. Hollywood wasn't ready. I just pictured it. I'm sorry. I needed a moment. I was thinking about it too much. These hands are gonna need a lot of finessing. But none of them look quite like penises yet, so that's something. You gotta find your own victories. Got to find a way to love the things that you do. Okay. I did, Nicholas JT, I do remember that David Cronenberg movie. I know a lot of people like it. I was not wild about it. The New Flesh. What was that one called? What was it, where he has the vulva VHS in his belly and he like puts the gun in it and it's like, okay, we got it. It's not Existence X. It's not that one. But it does have a very similar vibe. Cinnamon, yes. That is what it is. Yeah, he's got vulva VHS in his belly. I don't know what to tell you. Okay, hold on. Let me look up. It's not Gattaca. It's the new flesh. It's about the new flesh. Videodrome. It's Videodrome. And if you Google Videodrome, you're going to know exactly what I'm talking about. Oh, Videodrome. Jesus. Was this James Woods? Videodrome is a movie that you can watch and it's just out there in the world. So that's fun. There's more somehow yet more dick memes. We never left the corner. Hey Ron, welcome. We were talking about famous dick memes. So naturally. Yeah, is it a hand with a gun behind a flesh TV? Kinda. Kinda that vibe. Once again, this issue, I don't know why it happens sometimes. I have not done anything that should make these things asymmetrical, and yet they have become asymmetrical. I don't know why. Okay, where is the seventh thingy going on this one? It should definitely go in one of these little crevasses. Maybe, I guess if it's like a thumb. Well. Oh yeah, Debbie Harry's been in a bunch of stuff. She's also done a lot of voice acting. If you guys haven't watched Rocker Rule, that's a movie you can watch as well. Rock and Rule is better than Videodrome in my opinion. Rock and Rule sticks out in my mind because one of the animators on that movie, his only job was animating the lips of the villain, and they are incredible, and it was an amazing use of that person's time and talent. Outer crevasse might look slightly more natural. Well, it's too late. Too late. Possession. Body horror hit woman film. I don't remember. I don't know if I've heard of that one. Was it good? Would you recommend it? Cronenberg. Hey, Fabricoda. know does Sean Bean live? It's the most important question. Okay, in my heart, I want to add more detail to this whole area, but I know that's a trap, and that I need to fabric coder. It's not a Ralph Bakshi movie. I don't remember who did Rock and Roll. It's a good one though. I think it is currently entirely on YouTube. So if you want an enjoyable cartoon experience with Debbie Harry in it and she sings, that's an option. It's sort of like the animated furry version of the apple, if you are familiar with the apple. I've always wanted to sit down and figure out why so many movies like that and like Phantom of the Paradise, why all these movies came out that were about like how fucking corrupt and miserable the music industry was. They all came out relatively same period of time. So like something in the news must have popped off. And I want to know what. Okay. Okay, great. All right, here's this creature. This is for people who have just recently tuned in. This is SCP-4715. We are gonna do the other parts of the limbs. I recently rewatched Phantom of the Paradise. Actually, I made my partner watch it with me for my birthday. And it's certainly a movie. It's got a lot going on that I like. All right, its secondary forelimbs are multi-jointed and significantly longer, terminating in 3 heavily clawed dejots. You don't think there is a way? You don't think these look natural? You don't think these look like natural hands and not cave formations? Am I going to submit this to the wiki when I'm done? Yeah, maybe. Probably not immediately. I'll probably fuss with it 100 billion years before I do that, but I definitely will, I think. All right, so I think the second limbs are multi-jointed, so I think I'm going to have them come like back and up. Rock musical horror comedy. Yeah, that's accurate. I'd say that's accurate. Let's see. Kind of No Man's Sky vibes. I'm into that. Yeah. Shock treatment. I love shock treatment so much. If you haven't seen Shock Treatment, that's another great movie. Yeah, massively underrated. I agree. It's superb. And it makes a great double feature with Phantom of the Paradise because Jessica, I always forget her name. Phantom of the Paradise. Jessica Harper. Jessica Harper is in both, and she has an incredible voice. She has an unbelievable voice. It's so good, and I wish she sang 100,000 million times more than she has. The seed stayed in the stem. That sounds perfect. If you do watch Shock Treatment, be warned that there is an occurrence of the F-word slur, used knowingly and ironically, but just as a, it's in one of the songs. Just be cognizant of that. I'm making it SCP. This is SCP-4715. I'm working on its secondary arms, which are multi-jointed. So I'm just gonna keep adding joints to this for a while. In fact, we could do. Maybe do back and then up and over. His push handles. Handles for moving, easily moving and storing your SCP-4715. All right. Secondary forearms are multi-jointed and significantly longer, check, terminating in 3 heavily clawed digits. 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 Wanted them to be big digits. Big digits feels like it should portmanteau easily. I really don't think it does. Bidgets? That's just not right. That's just not right. Big digit energy. See, why are you uneven? See, why are you uneven? I haven't done anything. I guess I did move it. I did shift it on its axis. I wonder if that would do it. That's very frustrating, and I don't like it one bit. Back shifting should not do that, by the way. I didn't think so. And yet, it was doing whack shit. And it shouldn't be doing that. It should only do the whack shit I make it do on purpose for my amusement. Cinnamon shakes. Oh, cinnamon. Wow, those claws ended up being a lot smaller than I thought they were going to be in my brain. I guess maybe the claws are proportionally small, and that's why it's noteworthy. Ooh, tiny spikes on the elbows? That would be cool, yeah. Which of the elbows, though? Because this thing is a lot of elbows. Arguably more elbows than almost any other part of the body. We're about to fuck that snoot up. Sorry to say. But the time is coming for that snoot to face judgment. Is that kind of what you're thinking? Like gargoyle style? Podal usually indicates feet you move around on. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Whoops. 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 Oops, all elbows. Bye, Punch Frog. Have a good rest of your day. Punch Frog, the frog that punches. Could be scythish. Hold on, let me look up what Scyther looks like. Scythe Pokemon. Do they have spikes? I don't see any spikes on their elbows. I guess kinda. Kinda. Hey, Ika. We're making friends. All day, every day. We've never stopped making friends. I've never turned off this stream. If it goes dark, that just means it's nighttime on the stream. I'm always live. I'm always live. Peter, yeah, that's a great point. And if you can't make them in real life, because there's a pandemic, you can always make them in Blender. Is this stream an SCP itself? Fuck. Yeah, it might be. Yeah, it might be. There's probably got to be some good spooky SCPs of streams, right? It is 4715. If you type exclamation point SCP-4715, you'll get a little link to its thing. Get swatted by that CD Foundation live. God, if I had had more energy, that would have been a cool thing to organize. A fun, exciting Halloween stream. So lumpy. This thing's so lumpy. I can relate, but still. The most video game food? That's an interesting question. I feel like soda. I feel like so many video games have soda as like a healing item. Oh, that's a good clarifying question, 9Jack9. Full chicken dinner, that's a pretty good one, yeah. Okay, what to do about this head? Whole roast bird, very iconic. Yeah, the Castlevania. The Castlevania special. Alright, let me check on what... Okay. Vaguely feline skull with a carnivorous dental structure, forward set eyes, and a snout muzzle. The fact that it says vaguely feline skull... I guess we're not making one that's just a skull. So we gotta figure out what to do with this. It also has to have horns. Large, backward swept horns. Yes. Mushroom that make you big? Yeah. Yeah, Lancehard, I was thinking that too. It's got a snoot muzzle, forward-facing eyes, vaguely feline skull. For sure gonna have cat ears. Here's the question though. So I said earlier, this head is gonna be either very, very small, disproportionately small, or disproportionately large. And now this is a moment. This is the moment where we decide which of those things it's gonna be. I'm just mocking up right now what real small skull would be. My heart also says small head, which is unusual because I feel like normally I like a big head. Small head just feels right though. Right? Small head feels right. Yeah. Yeah. Not at all useless input. Here we go. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that feels right. That feels right. That feels right. Yeah, we wanted robust. I think we got the robust bit. Oh, I love this. Cinnamon shakes. I love this. Hold on. Let me read what you've written. You only get the go live notification if you wake up from a nightmare in the middle of night. You check your phone, and not a second later, there it is. You try to chat as you watch, but all of your messages are different once you sent them. They're all pleading for help. The video is laggy, but instead of being behind, it seems to be in the future, responding to chat messages that haven't been sent yet. The streamer is vague, but you know them. In the dark of your room, you see your face reflected in your laptop screen, and their face morphs to fit yours. There is rarely ever a VOD, but when there is, it's never the same as what was streamed. You see the same names in chat every time, but they never recognize you. The streamer tells you to like and subscribe. Cinnamon Shakes, what you've described is the movie Cam, which if you haven't seen is another one I really recommend. I think it's currently on Netflix. So if you get a chance, it's very good. That was a very good story, son. Thank you for writing that and putting that in the chat. That ruled. Get them, Cinnamon Shakes. But also, I highly recommend it. It's very good. It's about a sex cam worker whose feed gets taken over by somebody who looks exactly like her and may or may not be a supernatural force. It's very good. It's written by a woman who used to do sex work, so it's very sex positive. It's very, respectful towards the work that it's referencing. It's super good. Like, comment, and survive! I like that. Cinnamon Shakes, when are you going to write that full story and post it on Twitter for all of us to read? Could the cat skull indicate this is actually just Garfield? Yeah. Yeah, I don't see why not. From a Game Grumps episode? That's good, though. It's still good. What do cat skulls look like? Cat skull. Another fun thing to have in my search history. Wow, they don't... This looks a lot different than what I expected. Vaguely feline skull. Yeah, it was Cam. I do believe it's on Netflix, so if you have Netflix. How not safe for work is it? I mean, it's a horror movie. It is a horror movie. There's not like a ton of nudity that I can remember. I mean, it is about a cam girl, so there is some nudity. Don't watch it at work. That's my recommendation. I don't know. The nudity, the film is very respectful, I think, of its topic, of its subject matter. I know a lot of people were turned off by the concept when it first came out, and that's a shame. This is gonna look very seal-like. I mean, maybe not once I add the ears. I bet it'll transform. I'm gonna have to watch the Animal Crossing horror video later. It is definitely posy about sex work. It's very open about it. Yeah, like the woman who wrote it is and help. I don't think she directed it, but she was a big part of the production. Was drawing on like her own experience doing sex work, and I think it comes through. I think you can tell that it's like is non-judgmental. Yes, Fabricoda. That is the very beginning of the story. If you look at the pinned tweet on my account right now, has a list of all the starting points, which should make it easier, hypothetically, to read. Twitter is not an ideal format for posting stories, which is why I'm glad I've just gone ahead and gotten a Gumroad, and now I can just do it there in the future. This big walrus energy is big walrus energy, but it does have a cute little snoot. And the snoot is forward facing, which I think was the thing that it needed to be. Forward set eyes and a stout muzzle. Stout muzzle. This is stout. This is stout. Yeah, this is stout. Yeah, Fermented Triangle, I think you're right. I've legitimately lost like 100 followers since I've started posting it. And that's fine. But it is just sort of like, this is not an ideal format. I can appreciate how annoying it would be if you didn't want to read it and also didn't know how to mute a thread. To just be like, more of this bullshit. But that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to go do a little crease. Okay. Without a little triangle nose, it just speaks of like, just looks like a seal, I think. So let's get that snoot in there. The nice thing is, this doesn't actually need to look like a cat. So pressure's off there. I'm also looking forward to Halloween Kills. I've heard mixed reviews, but horror movies are one of those things where it's like, sometimes critics don't like horror movies, and so they don't review them, I think, in an appropriate way. You gotta read reviews by somebody who knows and likes horror movies. That's how I feel. That's not always the case with genre stuff, but... Hey, Obi-Jan! I hope it was an appointment to get your nails done. Face. Cinnamon shakes, you got me. A podiatrist appointment. All right, yeah. Oh God. I've done the thing where I masked it all again. I hate this. Ugh, I hate it. Just let me unmask. I can never remember what the shortcut is. Blender unmask shortcut. Alt M. There we go. Okay. That's good. This is coming together. Let me get some eyeballs up in here. Again? Yeah, the ears will really, I think the ears will really help. Oh. You doing increments? I don't know how I turned increments on. I don't know what I've done. Oh no. Oh no. Blender shortcut increment movement? Hold Control Shift. I've done something. I don't know what to do. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Okay. A very tiny little hat? I think that seems very reasonable and doable. Let's go ahead and make those eyes look like eyes. That's true, and there's no reason to expect the wiki would have mentioned a tiny hat, even if it was wearing one. I don't think we know what color this creature is. Maybe like a nice lavender. Let's go ahead. I think it's time to add the ears. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Blender? Blender, don't crash. Blender? Okay, okay, okay. Ooh, I was thinking about it. I haven't even really fucked it up that bad, so I don't know what Blender thinks it's... I don't know what Blender's problem is. Grimace. I've saved recently. I'm saving near constantly these days when I draw. Where on the skull do the cat ears go? Cat head. Just kind of there. They're just kind of there. They're just sort of there. Okay. Well, it needs a little bit more skull. They always need a little bit more skull than I'm giving them. This has been a constant issue. Yeah, you're watching in real time as this thing gets smarter. Too much. Too smart. We can't let this thing get too smart, or it will destroy us all. It's a Keter class enemy, which means it's very danger. Big danger, wow. How big is this relative to a human? Well, I'm not good at converting meters, but it says it's 5.2 minimum height meters. 2 feet. Oh no! 5.2 meters is 17 feet. So that's the minimum height on one of these creatures. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh boy. Ooh. Hachi-machi. That's a lot of boy. Oh no. Okay. Oh no. Ooh. Yows. Okay. A human-sized head, yeah, and everything else is proportionate to that. Oh, you want lids? Do you think you've earned lids, chat? Do you think you deserve lids? It's kind of got mouse suckers right now. Well, there we go. Jenna reacts to the metric system is a very funny title for that clip. I mean, this really has increased the Garfield vector, if that's what we were hoping for. Is that what we were hoping for? This has really, really changed the vibe of this cat. Just big vibe change. Darkfield. I can't help but feel like if the person who wrote this SCP saw this, they would be furious. I can't help but feel like I've actively worked to undermine the vibe of this very intense SCP. It is exactly what they describe. That's very true. I have deviated very, very little, if at all, from the prompt. Let me read the prompt again. SCP-4715 is a large hexapodal mammalian carnivore. Oh, we should add some sharp teeth. I think that'll really bring it in line with this description. A mammalian carnivore with chimeric morphology, standing at the minimum height of 5.2 meters and weighing 2,300 kilograms. It has a robust frame and a vaguely feline skull, which I would say the skull is vaguely feline. It's just the rest of this. The flesh part of the creature is very feline. With a carnivorous dental structure, we're going to add teeth, forward set eyes, and a snout muzzle. Of note are a pair of large back... Oh, we haven't added the horns! Oh, all right. I'm doing a disservice to this creature. Of note are a pair of 2 large backward swept horns, which are not present in any member of Carnivora. Its primary forelimbs are long and end in proportionately large handles with 7 digits. There they are. I would say those are proportional. Its secondary forelimbs are multi-jointed and significantly longer, terminating in 3 heavily clawed digits. Bingo. Lots of joints. Much longer. Its hind legs appear ursine, and its tail is long and muscular, acting like a tripod for balance when standing on its hind legs. The tail isn't very long, but I'm going to give us that one. We need to add horns, though. We need to add horns, and we need to add little teeths. Maybe I'm going to add the teeths. I'm going to add the teeth of Lockhart's as shapes, rather than fussing with the musculature of the thing I've made. The cone, the platonic tooth. It's, you know, it's the easiest route I've found. There's no great teeth options built in. My impression is that they don't think you're gonna make a lot of teeth in Blender. But they clearly don't know my audience. There, very discreet, very classy, I think. Yes, those are some good teeth. All right, now we have to do the horns. Let me read the description of the horns one more time. Large backward swept horns. Okay, so they're going back. Okay. What's gonna be a good way of doing this? Maybe they're really thin. This thing's gonna end up looking like a fucking andalite. I mean, it is what it is. Hashtag andalite truth. That's right. That's right. We're getting the message out there. That's the important part. Those are antennae. I don't know. Are those horns? Are those horns? I don't know. It's hard to know where to place them with the ears. What color is Garfield? He's just a nice orange, right? Garfield hex code. Okay. Okay, well, I think that's perfect. I mean, I could definitely refine it a ton because it is knobbly. It is knobbly. The lighting probably doesn't make it look. See, this is better, right? This is more garfunked, garfulian, garfluken, Garfield the cat. Oh, he's got kind of, kind of a yeller snoot, Garfwellian. Let's snoot this up. Hold on. Kind of got a yellow, light cream yellow snoot. Okay, now everybody will look at that and say that's definitely Garfield. No doubts. No doubts, no denial. It was inevitable that we were going to make Garfield on this show sometime. It was not inevitable that it would be during Halloween, but I think that's fine. There's the nose. Oh, I fucked it up. So Blender does this weird thing where it won't let you really undo the way you think you should be able to undo some stuff, like shading stuff. It's very frustrating. Well, I've reversed it, but it's perfect. That's Garfield for you. Okay. What were we making? Garfield, right? Garfield. Perfect. Perfect Garfield. Nothing bad to say about this creation. Now, in the 20 minutes we have left, we can swap to the mutes. I think the mutes is just going to be an easier blend in general. There are way fewer bits of this creature, and there's already pictures, so I have a good idea what it looks like. Oh, I'm looking forward to seeing this Garfield as horror. Oh, Nicholas JT. How dare? No, I know you dare. Knives, nails, same. Yeah, I don't know what I was expecting. It wasn't that. It wasn't that. Bye, 9 Jack 9. Okay, so SCP-1926 are a group of animate children's plush toys. I dread what I will dream. Godspeed and good luck. So their legs appear to be made from children-sized black and white striped leggings. They've got large brown eyes and ears similar to those of rabbits, but lack mouths and noses. Let's make some leggies. And then that one was the cute one on accident. This one we're doing is SCP-1926, which also has an exclamation point command if you want to check out the link for it. It's pretty cute. This one's purposely cute, though. The clothing consists of a black sweater with a single white button sewed onto the front. Kind of cute little lumpy creature. Jim Davis retires. It's a good bit. Okay. These things are much smaller. 0.2 meters. How tall is 0.2 meters? 7. Okay, 7 inches. These are much cuter and smaller. Okay. They got black little sweaters. They've got large brown eyes and ears similar to those of a rabbit. Let's give this cutie a little head. It doesn't say whether or not the head is proportional, but I guess we can just figure that out. Big brown eyes. Hold on. No, this is fine. Hold on. Fucked up the axis I was blending on. How am I going to do these eyes? Maybe? We're going to need to dig these eye pits a little bit deeper. That's what I'm seeing right now. Deeper eye pits. Back to the mines, everybody. I mean, I guess I haven't been on a drawfy. I've been on like streams they've done and shit. Said they have big eyes and no noses or mouths or anything. So I really wanted the I really wanted the eyes to be a bold, notable feature. Oh, Siva, well, Drawfee's really great. I highly recommend it. Good pure vibes. Very talented artists. Total ne'er-do-wells. Alright, those are some perfect eyes. No comments in the chat, so I assume that they're perfect and I nailed them. They should be brown. Let's go ahead and make them brown. Get some bunny ears on this thing. Too far back. Hold on. Ha! Good luck, annoyed cartoonist. I made a Hollow Knight again. Yeah, kinda. These are kind of Hollow Knight creatures. Their description is kind of Hollow Knight creatures. Okay. Okay. The legs are going to be striped. But I don't know of a good, easy way to do that. So maybe they'll just be legs for now. I'll make them gray. And then everybody will know. We'll get there. Okay, God, what else? It needs a little button. Okay. They use their legs as arms to pick objects up, make human-like gestures, and interact with one another. They're very cute. They're cute little cuties. Let's see. Trying to think of how I can make this look more button-like. I have an idea. Fermented triangle, that's a much better idea than mine. So I'm gonna do that one too. Let's see. Ah, shit. Oh, well, I fucked that one up. That's fine. Just eyeball it. Yeah, I'm making the thread, yeah. Oh boy, the rotation got really out of funk though. And now I'm gonna do the thing that you said because that was a much better idea. And maybe like a little puffy little tail. The SCP description doesn't mention anything about it, but it feels right. I always do this. I always make items in the wrong screen. There we go. There you go. A little cute little secondary friend. SCP-1926. I might continue to finesse this little creature. Well, I'm hungry and it's 10 o'clock. I want to go lie down, face first, on my bed and not move or talk for a little bit or think about anything. That's my plan for this evening. Thanks for everybody for coming out and having a good time on the stream. I appreciate y'all being here and watching this good little art experience. Let me see who is around that we can raid. Ooh. God, so many people. So many people streaming Back for Blood right now, which makes sense. Where Polygon's gonna stream that tomorrow as well. So that tracks. But is there anybody I want to send to? That's the real question. No, we're not gonna raid anybody. Just go amongst your way. Choose your own raid adventure. That's what we're doing right now. Thanks for all coming hang out during this low energy stream. I'll see you guys Sunday for more horror games. Probably Fatal Frame. I'll see you then. Goodbye.